Hello and welcome. We're going to have this short session to just give you like an introduction to dashboard. We are still going to do the dashboard, but now look at this scenario. I'm sure you remember from the last class how we created all of that, how we included the population and got this table. So now what we want to do is we want to analyze this thing based on all this information that we have in different categories and stages. So what are we going to use? Of course, is our pivot table. So we go to insert, sorry, and like I told you, you will see recommended tables, but in this case, we are starting actually from the scratch. So you start from the scratch here. When you do that, you click on new worksheet. But now I'm not going to do that because I've already done that. Let me leave this and explain to you. So in this sheet here, this is what I was able to achieve from all that information. Don't worry, I'm going to explain to you step by step. So I created this pivot table, just like the way I almost showed you. Here I have information for states, population, and the sum of the units that was sold in each state. So here we have three things. Here we have two things we are trying to describe. Here we want to see product and the revenue, how much each product actually brought. You understand? So there's one I didn't do. I didn't do it. Let me explain it to you. It is here. So this one that has the date versus profits. Let me explain to you how I came about it. So I'll come here and copy this. Let me copy this because you can copy anyone. So the way I got the other ones, when I did one pivot table, I just copied in other places. Then I started editing to save time and stress and to have it on the same page. So I have this here now. When I click on this, I'll go here, analyze, and here, field list. So this field list now, I don't need this date. I don't need this population. Neither do I need this. Yeah, I don't need that. So for the one with the date, what I need is profits. I need profits here, which is a value, and then I need the date. I want to explain this date so you will understand it very well in case you have to do it by yourself. So this is date, and I've put it here. Now, if you notice, you are seeing 2018, 2019. You are seeing it as three things. We have the years, the quarter, and the date. So I don't need whether it's the first quarter or the second quarter. I don't need it. I'll remove it. And at the same time, I don't need the years. I really don't need the years because if you look at that data set, let me go back to it. You will see it here. It's basically the date, then the month. You understand the months here, which is very, very important. That's what I'm working with on in that particular pivot table. So you can do anything. You can do it as dates. You can do it as this date as it is against the number of things that they sold. The idea is to know that you can actually create your pivot table depending on exactly what you want to do and depending on the information that you need to get. I hope you understand where all of this is coming from. So if we want to start from this, I would say I want to select a pivot chart. For this one, I think we can just go with a line graph, which is what I did. I went with line, I went with this, and then I okay, yes. So you can come here, you can feel, I think we've done most of all these things before. So I'll not go too deep like the way I did for the other one. I'll just explain it to you like a little bit in such a way that you understand. We can do this, we can select like this, or we can just go to design. We can pick one here. We can pick this black one, which I really don't like, or we can pick this. Yes, we can make use of this. Come back here, we can format, you can fill in the shapes, you can come here, you can play with the data labels, you can remove it, but me, Like I always say, we have to leave it there so that we can know what exactly we are doing. There's just there's just a whole lot to learn. When you come here, we've done this before in the class. You can come here, you can play with the data series and all of that. I'm skipping all that information so that we do not waste so much of our time. So here, of course, let's quickly get this off. Let's be sure. So we have um dates. Okay, go back. Good. So we have dates versus profits. That's what I did. Profits. Okay, enter. We have dates versus profit here. So if you are looking at it, this is date versus profit. Don't forget you can still filter information here. Maybe you just want to have only January, you just want to have only this, there's a whole lot you can do with all of these things that you have actually learned. So let's bend this a bit. Let's just leave this to one side because we are still going to have to copy it to another sheet. So for this one, let's just do a simple pie chart. Analyze, go to analyze, pivot chart. Let's do a pie chart. Very simple, very easy. Let's choose this and okay. So we can come here to design. We can pick another design that is more fancy. So let's choose this. We can decide that we want to format. We can decide that we want to fill, like I said. So you can decide to choose anything you want. It can be this. Yes, let's just manage this. I can't really remember the ones I used for the other ones, but it was basically this process. Because at this point, the way your information is going to be presented in your report is solely on you. It depends 100% on you. It has got nothing to do with anybody or how you want to. No, 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 no. It's only you. So for this one, which one should we use? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, analyze. We come here. Maybe we should do a bar chart for this one. Maybe we should use a bar chart. Let's use this. Okay, looks good. Looks good enough. Yeah. And me, I don't. This one's the this thing is always different. Really, it's not always the exact same thing. So I think we probably want to delete that, and do the rest formatting. This one now we've not changed the name. Let's just change the name so that we can be on a safer side. For the pie chart, it was product versus revenue. So we have product versus revenue. Okay, so we have that. Then this one that I just did, this one is okay, this is product versus revenue. So let me copy that. Okay, undo please, hold on. Okay, no, instead of copying, let me just, it doesn't cost me anything. So oops, aha, that was a very great blunder. Thank God for Control Z. Okay, so we can do this. This is a product versus revenue. All right, why this one was actually states, this one was states versus profits, the profit for each state. So this is states versus profits. Don't forget, depends on what information you really need, depends on what you think actually works. You understand? Depends on it just basically depends on the things, the information that you actually need. So let's leave this like this. I think we are done. Okay, we are not done with this. So we come back here. Let's analyze. Let's pick one that we can use. I don't think we've really used. Let me see what we've used so far. We've used this. Okay, so we can do bar. Yes, let's do the bar chart. Because I don't like using ordinary. I don't like ordinary. Ordinary is actually boring. So we'll come here, design. Let's just pick a design this time to save time. Okay, we can format. Let's fill it with another color. Okay, let's go with this. So now that we have done this, you don't forget, I don't want this video to be so long and boring, is why I'm not going into details, because you have done the beginners class, so you will know how you want to do your information to be fine. You want to know how you want it to look like. So all of this depends 100% on you. From here now, I want to open another sheet. This is another sheet, and from here I want to, I think we were working on 5. No, 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 we're working on 12. Yes, we were working on 12. So I want to copy this um chart. I'll control C, I'll copy it and come and put it here. No, okay, 16. Let me be observant so we don't make that mistake again. I'll come here and I'll paste it here. Okay, let's leave this here like this. Okay, good. So we'll come back here again. I think we're in 12. Yeah, let's take this. Let's take this as a O, Control C, and come back here and paste it here. Let's paste it somewhere here. Okay, can still drag it here. Okay, good. Are you seeing how it is coming up already? These things are not difficult. Don't ever get overwhelmed when you are working. Just know that no matter how difficult this thing may look, someone did it, so it means I actually can do it. We paste this here and then we come back and paste the final one because I know it's 4. Okay, this. So I'm going to paste it here. Okay, I don't mind if you can share with me yours when you have done it. You understand? Let's see how it has come out after you have done yours. This is just something that I'm rushing through to be faster so we don't waste time, because time is actually very important to everyone. So we are dragging this to the side, this to the side. Yeah, let's do this as fast as we can. It can actually be bigger. Should we move it to this side a bit so that it doesn't feel choked up? It can look bigger and finer and better. I'm going to introduce something to you now. It's called the slicer. So we are going to use the slicer to actually make this look more interesting. You are going to love what is going to come out of this. This thing you are looking at, you are going to love what is going to come out of it. Yes. So all of this in a rush. This is that information. What are we going to do next? You click on this, and then we are on the pivot chart. You see this insert slicers. I want us to talk about it. So these slicers are like buttons. They are buttons you press to get information on that particular thing. When we start, you understand. So I want to select things that are actually very important that we might want to do. I'm sure we want to check our sales for the state. We want to look at what happened to products. Yeah, and sometimes we probably might want to look at the dates. So let's do that. And okay, so we move this here, move this here, and move this here. Let's start with the state. So this state, let's reduce it a bit. Yeah, we can reduce it, and then we can come here. It's only 1 column. We can make it 2 and enter. Good. So we can reduce this a bit. Then we can also stretch it to the side so that that reverse state is showing fully. Good. We carry it, put it here. We come to this second one, this one. Okay, so this one too, we can do the same. We can come here, it's on 1 column. I think we can make this 3 and then enter. Can you see that? Then we come here, we reduce it. Okay, let me drag it to this side so we'll see what we are doing clearly. Reduce it like this, and then we reduce it like this. Okay, so we have all what we need here. And now for the dates, it's 1. I think we can make it 3 too. Let's make it 3 columns and then enter. Good. Then we'll do this. Let's block this off. Block this off. Then we drag this to the side so it's a little wider so we can see it well and understand what we are doing. Now, once you have done all of this, Okay, this still close. So once we have done you click on each of the slicer. You see this options. You come here. Can you see report connection? You click on report connection. Now select everything. Make sure that everything is selected. Sometimes, right, because I've done this before, everything is selected, but normally you might not see everything selected. Select everything. The idea of this is to link up all the tables, link up everything so that there's a connection between all the slicers and the charts. You come here, don't forget, then this will pop up. You click on everything, make sure that everything is actually checked. You come here, make sure that everything is checked. So we have done that. Now let me explain to you what this does. So you have given this dashboard as a report to your clients to make it easier, and or you have a strategy session in your office, and then we just want to know what happened in Delta State. Can you see everything changed? Delta State. Okay, even in Delta State, how much a mathematical set did we sell? You've narrowed it down. So you can look at it. Oh, this is our profit. This is how it happened. Blah, blah, blah. You understand? What year? Like if I had put slicers of year now, you could actually use the year. You can use the year. I'm sure it's something that you can do on your own. The idea is once you have gotten the important slicers that you need, you can be able to do anything. How do you go back to the normal default setting? You see this place, you just click on it and we are back. The slicer is cancelled. That is cancelled. Very easy and very straightforward. This is something that you would actually enjoy as you are analyzing a data that is so cumbersome, that has so many things. I want to insert another slicer of the year because I'm noticing now that it is actually very important. Yes, it's very important too. It should be added. So let's see. Let me put it somewhere here. Let me put it here. Let me reduce the column to say 3. Yeah, let's reduce it to 3. Yes, I'm looking at that here, and I think I like this to be here so that we can have, like, now we should be able to say, okay, let's see what happened in 2020. Okay, this is what happened in 2020. What happened in 2018? Yes, you can see this is all that happened in 2018 in all the states. What of, okay, 2018 in Lagos State, this is what happened. 2018 in Oyo State, this is what happened. What of 2019? What of 2017? What happened in Delta State? This is it. It's showing it to you. It makes it easier. So your presentation, visualization, all these things, you make sure that it is easy. And then there are some other things you can do. So here, we go to home. Okay, let me click on the box. Yes, this is what I need. When we come here, we come to view. You can come to view. That's what I did. I like to remove the formula bars, remove the grid lines to make the work look a little bit free. Come to home. You can select everything. So everything in the background is selected. And you probably I used this for the last work. I used this for the last work, and I think I like how it came out. You can still click on this to make this a little bit bigger. Good. So just make sure that it is what you know and what you want. You can still have heading up here. You can put a shape like we did for the database. You just put a shape, label it, the thing you want to label it. There's so much you can do to create this actually. So this is what I created before. This is what I did by myself, and this is the one we just did. So you see, it's even not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's way different. There's so much you can do, because if you look at this one, I went over, I tried to do something to the data labels, just the same thing you can do. All these data labels, this one now doesn't have data labels. You insert data labels. These data labels can be red, it can be pink, it can be anything you want. You put it there. Might not be a pie chart. You don't want a pie chart, you put it there. You want to mix a line chart and a bar chart, you can use it there, and it can look and turn out to be as beautiful as you want it to be. So I hope you practice, get all of this done, and see you in the next class. Bye.